Hi, my name is Ryan Huntz. I'm the creator and founder of Geeza Fragrances. Geeza is an indie niche perfume house that focuses on making fragrances that make you smell like you're on a beach vacation. I have a lot of pretty loyal customers. They keep coming back again and again to re-up their bottles, to try new products, and anytime I release a new beachy fragrance, they want to smell it, they want to get their hands on it, and they want to know what it's all about. So it's a pretty good following, and I've built it steadily over the last 7 years. And I'm a self-taught perfumer. I didn't go to school. I just had a passion for it, and I learned about it, experimented with it. It took about a year of study and experimentation and hundreds of failures before I finally made something that was worth selling. But by that time, I had a foundation of knowledge, and I was able to kind of go from there. But even before all that, like where everything started, I used to be a cameraman and a video producer, and I got to travel all over the world. I specialized in filming and shooting rare and exotic gemstones, jewelry. It was for the jewelry industry. And I could capture, it wasn't just about shooting the gemstones and the jewelry though, it was about going to the countries where this jewelry came from, or where these artisan crafted pieces of jewelries were produced, to kind of tell the story of the culture and to show the gemstones up close, to show them in their raw form, to show them in the mines where they come out of, and like Tanzanite in Tanzania, Africa. I got to go down into the Tanzanite mines and film like the whole entire process, and then show the amazing Maasai culture and the local peoples and the villages, and same thing with India and the gemstone markets that are there, and in Thailand and the sapphires. It goes on and on and on. I got to go all over the world, and during that time I became very, very inspired because I was getting to see all these very interesting places and having these unique experiences, and I wanted to be able to bring this kind of experience home, more than just creating a really cool thing for television, a cool like TV magazine that's like well shot and well thought through, which also is an experience. But I knew that I could capture the essence of these places, but I just wasn't sure quite how to do it. And at that time I was collecting fragrances. So I knew what sandalwood smelled like, I knew what vetiver smelled like, things like that. And I was going to places like the spice markets in Jaipur, so I was getting exposed to all these different kinds of interesting and unique spices from around the world. So I was getting really acquainted with the raw kind of notes and materials that go into fine fragrance. And so when I would smell perfumes, I could kind of pick these notes out. And one day I was in Bali, Indonesia, and we were filming like a little kind of like establishing shot. We were in this botanical garden, and this little garden was just kind of off of the beach. And somewhere in there, I couldn't tell you where it was, I could smell vetiver grass. I just, you have the humidity, the heat, the sun, it was beating down, and the smell of like the vetiver was just in the air, and it was mixing with the sea salt breeze that was coming in from the beach, and it smelled like pure heaven to me. And I thought, the shot that we're setting up right now looks great, but how do I capture this? Like, how do I put this in a bottle? And that kind of just like blossomed in my mind, and I kept on thinking about it. And one night I was having a really lively conversation with two British friends of mine, and I told them the story, and after a few beers and some other things, they were just like, why don't you call it Beach Geeza, man? Like, that's you, dude. You should do this. You need to create this thing. And it became this kind of calling card for me among this group of friends. They'd call me up and be like, how's the Beach Geeza doing? You know what I mean? And they really pushed me to move this project forward, and they helped me. And that was kind of what got the creative essence of it kickstarted. And then I started learning like the kind of the technical aspects of perfume, and then eventually the creative aspects of perfume. And that's how it all kind of got going. The thing that guided me was my vision to create the ultimate beach vacation fragrance. That kind of experience that I had down in Bali, that kind of experience that I had in different parts of the world. And to attain raw materials from those parts of the world that reminded me of being there. And I knew that if that was in the essence of the fragrance, it would transport other people there too. And over time, many years of working out in public at different various kind of makers markets and farmers markets and selling directly to people, it's done just that. The fragrance has brought tears to people's eyes because it reminded them of their childhood. It's made other people aspire to go to certain places that they haven't been before. It's changed other people's lives. People have told me that they've gotten job promotions because they smelled so good and they stood out, in the cubicle farm or whatever. It's helped people meet their significant other while they're out in public because they smell so unique, they smell so interesting. And they have a story to tell behind it because I'm wearing Beach Geeza, this indie niche fragrance house that makes you smell like you're on a beach vacation. So, and I get asked a lot, like whether I'm at a business function or at the farmers markets, out in public at a neighborhood party, people just meet me. They're like, you got to meet this guy, the Beach Geeza. He started this perfume house. How did you do that? Like everybody wants to know, how is that done? And I think everybody's story for the kind of fragrances that they could create would be something unique, and it would be a total unique fingerprint that would pertain to kind of their lives, their passions, and the things that they've done in their lives. Anybody who's done anything interesting in their lives, had interesting experiences, I think if they have a knack for creating perfume, if they have an interest in creating perfume or fragrance, room spray, candles, any of that stuff, they can do something extraordinary. They can do something that's different. They can do something that's completely original and unique. And it is about inspiration, just like painting, just like writing, just like creating music. It's the same thing. So anyways, that's my story, and I hope that this little kind of anecdotal message helps us to create something awesome that resonates with people.